Hey guys, I have chapter 14 of Lemons and it is titled Alone. I have three questions for you that I'm sending to you via email, and I'll also send the pictures of the pages as well to you guys so you can refer to that as well. Chapter 14, Alone. So you're the famous Lemonade Liberty Wit that Tobin has been going on and on about, says Tobin's mom, sticking out a hand for me to shake. I grab it. It's a skinny hand with a big diamond ring on it. Her fingernails have sparkly pink polish on them. I'm Debbie Sky. She smiles at me. She looks just like Tobin. Hello, Mrs. I start, and she stops me right away. No. Please call me Debbie. I try to smile back at her, but today my lips just don't feel like it. Charlie and Debbie are sipping coffee on the yellow porch swing at Charlie's place. Tobin and I have just come back from investigating a new sighting at Mrs. Dickerson's. Another false alarm. Sunday is the only day that Charlie does not open up the store, and the only day that Debbie doesn't work her normal 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. shift at the hospital. And it's the only day that they have morning coffee on the big wraparound porch. She's very pretty. She has on faded Levi's with holes in the knees and a purple t-shirt. She has long blonde curls tied up high in a ponytail, and she's wearing pale blue eyeshadow and soft pink lipstick. She's barefoot, with the same sparkly pink polish on her toes that she has on her nails. It's so nice to meet you, Lemonade, she says. I'm so sorry to hear about your mother, honey. I look down at my feet, and I swallow away the lump. Bob, Tobin says, did you and Charlie decide about the expedition yet? Tobin, Debbie says, we're talking about something else right now. And then she turns to me again. We were friends, you know, me and your mom. No, I say, swallowing again. I didn't know that. In high school, we worked together at Moon Shadows. It's the ice cream shop in town. And we went to see Elvis in concert in the city when we were 18 years old. I think about Sunshines on the Bay. Mama loved ice cream. Elizabeth Lily Witt. Unfortunately, we lost touch when she moved away, Debbie says. Tobin is shifting his feet. Mrs. Dickerson and I should have given these to you, and I hold out the bag towards Charlie and Debbie. Oh boy, Charlie says, her ginger snaps are the best in town. I had 3 of them, I tell him, but I'm starting to wonder if she really sees anything at all, or if she just wants someone to make cookies for. Charlie and Debbie look at each other, but they don't say anything. Today, we went to investigate footprints in her vegetable garden, and there weren't any. Were there? I say to Tobin. Nothing, Tobin says. Mr. Dickerson died almost 10 years ago now, Debbie says. Isn't that right, Charlie? Oh, yeah, sounds about right, he answers, taking a cookie from the bag and dipping it in his black coffee. I imagine she's getting really lonely in that house all by herself, Debbie says. Mrs. Dickerson had a husband who died? I ask. That's right, Debbie tells me. Oliver was his name. He was the principal of the school for many years. Oliver Dickerson. Mom! Tobin blurts in. What did you decide? Oh, what, honey? About the expedition. What did you decide? Oh, yes, Charlie. Debbie motions in his direction and helps herself to a cookie from the bag. Well, we decided to plan an expedition, Charlie starts, and then he sips. Yes! Tobin jumps up and down. Let me finish, Charlie says with one finger in the air. We decided that you may plan an expedition. However, I will go with you. Even better! Tobin starts jumping up and down. I'll close the store up next weekend, and we plan to leave for Bluff Creek Friday afternoon, and we'll return on Sunday. Sunday? Tobin complains. That's only 2.5 days. Tobin, Debbie warns. Charlie's being very generous to take this time off from the store. I know it, but Sunday? Tobin? She gives him a stern look. Thank you, Charlie, Tobin says. Actually, if we get to go to Bluff Creek, 2.5 days might be plenty of time to find something. So we plan on it then, Charlie says. Isn't this the greatest lemonade? We're going to see a Bigfoot with our very own eyes, Tobin exclaims. Bluff Creek is where Patterson and Giblin filmed their world-famous film, and we're film ours. I want to tell them all I'd rather spend the weekend with Mrs. Dickerson instead of parading around the woods in the dark looking for a monster. Sipping tea, eating cookies, and hearing more stories about Mama sounds like a way better weekend to me. But I can't say that. Tobin will tell me if I'm just complaining again. The red-headed girl in the picture would go on an exciting expedition. Me too. Before, my lips used to want to smile before. They were happy and I was happy, and then everything changed. I sit on the top step of the porch with my chin in my hand, watching Tobin and Charlie and Debbie chattering happily about the upcoming trip like nothing bad has ever happened, like they don't have to hold something heavy everywhere they go, like they're carrying joy instead, light, fluffy joy. And even though I'm sitting right next to them, I feel all alone. I try not to think of the day everything changed, the single worst day of my entire life, when Mama was in the hospital for the very last time, when she was too tired to open her eyes and her fingers were too weak to curl around mine the way they always did. The day when I had to say goodbye. I don't want to think about it because when I do, the sadness pulls me in so deep, sometimes it feels like I'll never find my way out. I'm gonna go lie down, I tell Charlie. All right, Lem, he says. Are you feeling okay? Yeah, I say, forcing my lips to give him at least a half a grin. Just tired, I guess. I pull the screen door open and close it softly behind me. And when I turn around, Charlie's still watching me through the screen.